YouTube, welcome back to your favorite aviation channel. It's been a long time since I've picked up the camera and said those things, but I'm sure you can guess, college has been full sending on me this semester so far. It's been very busy. While I have been coming home, obviously every weekend, it's just I've just not had the time and motivation to really set up the airports and get a airport update filmed. But this time around, I was able to, get Karachi set back up and bring to you all the 51st update for Karachi. I believe it's 51, I think. But either way, it should be a pretty quick video. Today's diorama is set, between 10:25, 10:40 a.m. So not that busy, but somewhat busy. It's in terms of daytime operations, pretty busy for international, but domestic-wise, not really. There have been some setup changes with regards to this airport, and I'll show you all that in a few moments, and everything else with the other model airports and updates and everything like that I'll be sure to discuss momentarily. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Obviously I've been uploading like a little bit with the trip reports and all that. I just thought I was long overdue for an airport update. So Karachi, here we go, number 51. I haven't done any other model airports obviously since then. I mean, I've done Islamabad, I think, and then that was the last one I did before this. So I'll do my best. We'll see. We're already halfway through the semester. Can you believe it? I've gone this long without doing an airport update, but that's crazy to think about. But we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Here's a brief overview of the diorama again. As you can see, it is actually on tables now. My dad actually moved this onto the tables from where it was on the floor, where it used to be. That's because we just added some furniture into that room, so we didn't have space for this, so we just had to move it to this area where Lahore used to be, right here actually on this table, but it's back there somewhere. I don't have it set up, but in the future I'll try to get that airport set up as well. But this is the table where Lahore would be, the Lahore airport, or maybe it would be down there, I can't remember. It used to be on the table, but then I had it temporarily moved onto the floor, and I never did a video on it, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so as you can see, it's just the terminal. Everything else, like the remote gates, the ATR stands, that part couldn't fit, so we don't have that here sadly. But this is the bread and butter of my Karachi updates, as I'm sure you've all been, you've been known that over the past 6 years and whatnot. But yeah, let's just get started with the domestic side, because there's just nothing here at 10 in the morning. Everything usually leaves at 8-9 a.m. and then everything just starts coming back around 12 p.m. and then 12 to 2 p.m. 4 p.m. that's another like rush period for domestic flights, but right now not really. So over here's an Air Blue A320. This came from Lahore as flight 401, I think, and it's gonna go back to Lahore at like 12 p.m. as flight 402. I don't remember if the flight number is correct, but I think that's right. And then on the other side is another Air Blue 320. It's not winglets, the sharklets are kind of messed up because I made these myself, the sharklets out of paper, so that's why it doesn't look that good. So I'll try to fix it. I probably won't, but I would like to fix it at some point because it does not look that great. But this is another 320. This one has sharklets on it, and this is going to go to Islamabad as flight 200, I don't know, at 12 p.m. as well. So there we go, Air Blue. That's it. And moving on to the international concourse here. We have an Air Arabia A320 pushing back from gate 22, and this is going back out to Sharjah. I literally, for the longest time, I didn't think they pushed back going this way, with the tail facing the terminal, because I thought that's, unsafe, starting the engines that close to the glass windows and whatnot. Apparently this is how they do it. They push the planes back this way. But then again, my diorama isn't entirely to scale, so in real life there is actually a good amount of distance from here to here, so it clearly doesn't seem that way on my model, but that's how it is in real life. So they do push them back like this in real life. I recently found that out. So yeah, there's Air Arabia there, and then also departing is this Qatar Airways 777-300ER. Of course, it's Qatar Airways. I had to include Qatar Airways because, favorite airline, of course. This is flight 611 back to Doha, the 10:40 a.m. departure. Obviously, Qatar Airways they vary with their equipment. One day it's a 777, next day it's like a 350 or a 789 or 330. That goes for all of Pakistan, all the major Pakistani cities actually. So, but yeah, this is a relatively new model by NG Models. I got this like a few months ago, actually a while ago. It's not even that new. I've had it for a while, but I don't think I've ever shown it before. But yeah, nice one. This is A7BAF. I've seen this one a few times. I think I've seen it in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I saw it back in 2014, and I think I might have seen it in Chicago before. But yeah, it's nice to have this one. It's a nice looking plane, and NG did a really good job on it. But yeah, that's going back to Doha as Flight 611. And funny story behind this one right here. This is the Saudia 777-300ER in the old livery. I think there's better lighting over here. This came in from Riyadh as Flight 708, and it's going to go back out to Riyadh. Saudi does not fly these to Karachi anymore. It's kind of insulting. I personally feel attacked that Saudi decided to start sending us the 330 now, so we don't get the 777 anymore from Saudi. I don't know what prompted this, but I think back in August they just randomly started flying the 330 now, so we don't get 777s anymore. We get A330s. So, and I'm pretty sure Lahore and Islamabad also get 777s still. So if that's not a personal attack towards Karachi, I don't know what it is. Saudi, they've kind of insulted us. I'm joking, by the way, it's not that deep, but yeah, it's interesting. They're flying A330s to Karachi now every day, twice a day, once or twice a day, one from Jeddah, one from Riyadh, a day. Mostly it varies depending on what day it is. Like for example, today I think we have one from Jeddah, one from Riyadh, and then tomorrow or yesterday it was like just one from Jeddah. They're weird. Saudi's a really weird airline. I don't know how their schedule works, but no offense, by the way. This is all a joke. But in real life, yeah, they have started flying the 330, A330-300 to Karachi. So I do need to end up, eventually get that model soon to be as realistic as possible, which is unfortunate. I like the 777, but I guess it's good they're sending us something new. I don't know why they're sending us the 330, because I would imagine demand has been pretty steady. I guess not. But yeah, we get the 330 now from Saudi, and I don't know how long that's going to go on for, but no 777s, sadly. So this is actually unrealistic. Oh well. Speaking of Saudi, here we have the PIA 777-200ER in the retro livery. This one I haven't shown for a while now, but it is back in service. This also came in from Saudi Arabia, from Jeddah, as Flight 860. Interesting flight number, because normally the 800 series flights are normally for the Far Eastern routes for PIA. So like Flight 859, I think, is normally from Islamabad to Beijing or something, or Islamabad to like somewhere in China. And then I can't even remember, like Flight 896, for example, used to be a flight to Kuala Lumpur from Karachi back in the day. So usually the Jeddah, the Saudi Arabia flights, their flight numbers begin with a 7 normally. So that this is kind of like 760, PK 760, I think that was like Islamabad to Jeddah or something like that. But it's weird. Flight 860 is now Karachi to Jeddah, or Jeddah to Karachi. Interesting. But yeah, that's the retro 777. Good to see that again. And yeah, that came in from Saudi Arabia, because Europe is still banned. They're still banning PIA, and I don't know why. They need to revoke that. Okay, and last but not least is the Fly Dubai 737 MAX, pulling into the gate, coming in from none other than Dubai. And I do not remember the flight number. I think it's like, it starts with a 3, and that's all I can tell you. But that's pulling into gate 27 from Dubai. So there we go. All right, so that was all the routes. Now let's just quickly go ahead and conclude the video. All right, everybody, so I hope you enjoyed my quiet voice throughout this airport update. But nonetheless, I really do hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I've done an airport update on this channel, or at all. So I hope it was somewhat enjoyable for you all. Any news topics for Pakistan? Plenty. I'm sure you've seen devastating, floods that took place back in mid-August. Thankfully, of course, didn't hit Karachi, but South Central Punjab, interior Sindh province, absolutely devastated. And I'm not going to show any pictures of that because it's just absolutely horrible. All of the flooding and everything. And especially the lack of media attention worldwide that it's getting, especially considering this is literally the 5th most populous country in the world, and there's no media attention whatsoever. The fact that 3-something million people, not even that, maybe even more, are now homeless because of the floods. The fact that no media attention is, happening to this is just, it's annoying. And I'm not going to rant about that anymore, but that's one major news topic. And because of the floods, a lot of foreign aid has been coming into Karachi, especially. A few days ago, we literally got an Air Caribs A350 from Paris, bringing in some relief aid, relief goods, I should say. And we've gotten a lot of military aid, military traffic from Turkey, China, Russia, and then random flights, as well as like Indonesia. They brought some Garuda A330s as well, brought in some cargo, relief stuff like that a few weeks ago. It's been really cool to see all that stuff, but of course it's just really devastating what the people that live up in interior Sindh province and of course South Central Punjab province have been going through. Places that were just like deserts and just dry before, they don't even seem like that, you know what I mean? It's like it just looks like an ocean, like a river that's just always been there. That's just how bad the flooding is. It's really devastating. But that's one news topic. We've just been getting a lot of interesting charter flights for aid. That's basically all that. And in terms of like new stuff for Pakistan, Air Arabia, as I'm sure you're aware, they do have a new startup airline. It's called Fly Jinnah, which was supposed to have started operations by now. They had some hiccups and stuff and whatnot, but Fly Jinnah is supposed to be starting operations soon. They've got their first aircraft finally painted, so I'm excited to see how that looks. I mean, I'm excited to see how they'll perform. I'm sure they'll do really, really well. And I can't remember anything else to go over. PIA is being PIA, their fleet. I think they added another A320. I might be wrong, but I remember last update I was ranting about how they don't paint their planes, especially the Middle Eastern Airlines 320s they got. They did repaint one, really, like barely. They added the tail logo and that's basically it. They will be repainting it fully though once that plane goes in for a maintenance, like C-check or whatever. But yeah, they got one new A320. I think it's APBMV. It's fully painted actually. But the other ones, like the Interjet 320s and I think the SkyTeam one, those are still yet to be repainted. But PIA is doing what they do best. Well, no, they're doing fine as far as I can tell. So yeah, and then everything else, Serene Air, Air Blue, Air Cial got a new plane, their 4th A320 with sharklets. It's their first one with sharklets, but their 4th plane overall. So they got a new 320 Air Cial. Really, really happy for them. And I just hope aviation continues to grow in Pakistan, really underserved market. And I do plan to make a video on Fly Jinnah. I've been planning that for a while now, as well as IPS Airways, which is a new startup that's going to be serving the UK Pakistan market, especially considering the fact that PIA is out of that market right now. IPS is supposed to begin flights in November next month. They were supposed to have started in August, but stuff happened, and I doubt they'll even launch by November, but I've been planning a video for that as well, and I don't know when I'll be able to get those videos out, but they've been on the back burner for some time, so stay tuned, and hopefully I'll be able to do those for you. But that's it for now. Lahore and every other airport, all the other airports I've done videos on, hope to, maybe get those set up in the future. But for now, I'm chilling, just on my college grind. A lot of change has been happening, and I'll maybe cover those in a future video. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. Until next time, take care, everybody, and I will see you later. Goodbye.